just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe not. Are you, baby? Here's my number, call me maybe not. Hey, I just met you, this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe not. All the other girls try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Took your time to fall, you gave me nothing at all. I borrowed steel, and I don't know how I feel. Oh, my jeans was showing, and the wind was blowing. Where do you think you're going? Baby, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. Here's my number, so call me. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Here's my number, so call me. Maybe not. This is crazy. Here's my number, so call me. Maybe not. Don't try to chase me.
No.
But here's my number, so call me maybe not.
Not. Maybe not.
I miss you so bad.
Oh, so bad.
I miss you so bad.
So bad.
I miss you so bad. Before you came to my life, I missed you so bad.
Before I knew you.
How could you? I'd miss you before you came into my life.
No.
Because I
Crazy.
didn't know you.
No.
Here's my number, so call me. Maybe not. Call me maybe not.
Oh.
Call me. Maybe not.
I forgot the book. I gotta get the. Where's the book that has the? Yes. Okay. Don't play it again, please. Thank you. Very kind of you. Hi. Sorry, running a little late here. Had little technical problems. Life is a technical problem, if you think about it. Okay. How are you there? Good. Good to see you. Looking well. And especially you, Nancy. And, okay. Book of Days. What is the days here? Those were the days, my friend. Is that it there? No, that was last week. So this would be, is it July 10th? No, the 11th. You know, once you retire, it doesn't matter what the numbers say. I only know Thursday because that's when the garbage guys come. So it's a Thursday, but the date, forget it. It's actually July the 11th. So let's see what that means in terms of the greater picture. July, today's epitaph, I don't think so. Oh, July, July 11th. Don't call yet. I'll turn it off and then we'll never get it back on. I'm warning you. The 18th century comedian Charles Macklin had a remarkable professional longevity. I'm telling you, I will turn it off, and then you'll be sorry. It was in 1790. See, I can't. Stop calling. We're unavailable right now. Don't call right now. See that number there? That's pretty cool, huh? It looks like I'm in prison, though. I'm going to put my head right here. Yeah, you look mad when you're taking the mugshot. Here. You usually wear headphones in the mugshot. There. Closer. There. Mugshot. Okay. July the 11th, the 18th century comedian Charles Macklin had a remarkable professional longevity. The year was 1790. At the age of 100 years, that he made his final appearance on the stage, playing for the last time his famous role of Shylock, the Jew. But on that occasion, his memory failed him, and with great grace and solemnity, he came forward in the second act and apologized to the audience. I'm trying to think if I have actually apologized to an audience, and I am the actual Jew. He never acted again, but lived another 7 years and died on July 11th, 17. This is a terrible story, 1797. So he forgot the line. Is this a pound of flesh? Prick me. Do I not bleed? That's the way, really a genuinely Jewish person would have done it. What? Is this a pound of flesh? Prick me. Go on. You think I don't bleed? Harvest month, July 11th. Prepare yourselves, harvest cometh oneth. The field's the staff we all rely upon, for king and people are the field are fed. And poor folk thence expect their welcome bread. What kind of a proverb? It's not a proverb. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi there. On July 11th, 1804, U.S. Vice President Aaron Burr challenged Alexander Hamilton to a duel. Oh, boy, this was it today. Hamilton supposedly interfered in Burr's election. I think there were Russians involved in this, too, to the governorship of New York. Hamilton appeared at the duel but refused to fire. Burr did not refuse to fire. This is a very sad thing. And I still feel bad about this. Burr fired and shot him in the side and killed him. So, couldn't take a joke at Burr. That's hence the expression, having a burr under your saddle. Aaron Burr. Went on a writing spree. He would go to bed regardless of the time of day, sleep for 6 hours, then arise, drink strong coffee, and write steadily for up to 8 hours. Who? Oh, they're talking about the Hamilton. Yeah, he was quite a guy. Have you seen that? Yeah, I would advise the Drunk History episode with Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. They're all great, but it's a particularly great one. And you get a real feel for the man. Who was a woman, apparently. Because it was played by a woman. I forget who played it, but it was very good. Anyway, so iron swimming pools on the River Thames. Nah. John Quincy Adams was born today, and Yul Brynner. So, separated at birth. Charles Macklin died. I mentioned that. Alexander Hamilton died today. So, mistaken identity. On July 11th, 1892, the U.S. Patent Office decided that J.W. Swan and not Thomas A. Edison was the inventor of the electric light carbon for the incandescent lamp. So there you go. Edison was a fraud, ladies and gentlemen. We should be calling this, the Swan bulb. War and Peace on July 11th. Battles not such fun anyway. So, okay. That's it for July the 11th. So it was eventful. And welcome, by the way, from a House of a Guy's Own to Call Me Maybe Not. Don't call me yet, maybe not yet. But you see the number there on the screen. It's looking like I'm a mugshot. It'd be cool if the numbers actually just scrolled on your mugshot. That'd be something. What is this? This is a Pink Lady. Pink Lady apple today. I'm going to savor it. I'm going to savor this Pink Lady. But not right now. Pardon me. And Calling Maybe Not is a show and all the news that isn't. It's all about Junior, of course. Donald Trump Jr. Will be starring in a new version of Clueless. I like it with a guy. It's a good idea to put a guy in there, especially this guy. But hey, the lawyer that they sent, the Russians sent, I would have talked to her at length. Very attractive for a lawyer. Is she listed under lawyers Russian? Because I'm going to look her up. Well, here, this is just a note to myself. Junior is a classic case of a kid who thinks his farts smell good. And no one ever tells him they don't, apparently. So that's DJT Jr. He's an engaging fellow because, being both so stupid and so open about it is kind of a charming quality. Okay, so what you want to talk about, this very attractive Russian lawyer. Ostensibly, she wanted to talk about exporting more Russian babies to the U.S. because that got, I think, the sanctions they put in place there, it cut the baby trade. Also, the wife trade. Most of our wives now come from Russia or Ukraine. Actually, I prefer Ukraine myself. They're a little more, sultry. That's where Putin's wife is. He put her back. He returned her to the Ukraine. I didn't know there were returns on wives. And let's see. Yes, they were talking about some Clinton dirt they had. The Russians kindly came up with that, and they picked the right guy to talk to because he'll talk to anyone who's attractive. And maybe we'd like to have some drinks later. What the heck? Page 1. Page 2, in other news that isn't, there's some fear in the Trump camp that Eric might do something drastic to steal some of the attention away from Junior. After all, Eric is the one who carries the nuclear football. They flipped for it. He got the nuclear football. That has all the launch codes in it. I'm just saying it's possible. In other news that isn't, Trump, Seattle has a new income tax on the rich, which is a good idea if Bill Gates is in your tax district, I think. Yeah, tax the rich. That's good. In our day, of course, we used to eat the rich. Now, of course, we're not allowed to eat anything rich. Plus, we tend to be the rich, so you don't want to go eat yourself. I think that was something we used to say in junior high, but I'm not sure. To check that again. Look at my diary. And it's not that I would prefer to eat a poor person, but the thought of eating the average rich person, let's say a Donald Trump, is disgusting beyond belief. Really. I say impeachment, yes. Eating, no. Page 3. After Chris Christie called a caller a bum communist on Sports Talk Radio, it's sports. It's talk. It's how they talk in sports. He's actually decided to go into Sports Talk Radio as a result. They got such a good response on that, except from that individual, I would imagine. So, there you go. But, almost every male in New Jersey thinks he should be doing Sports Talk Radio. I think every man. I doubt there's one that doesn't. Let's see. Oh, maybe upper New Jersey there, them types. In the Garden State part there. Let's see. Also, a majority of Republicans think college is bad for you. So, all you need is a middle school education and a strong back. That's all a guy needs. It's close to being a national holiday, but what do you give a guy for Amazon Prime Day? Well, wish they'd had an Amazon Prime Day back when I was in my prime. I'd spend the whole day just being in my prime, doing prime things that you do. Rafael Nadal loses to a guy from Luxembourg at Wimbledon. What are the odds on that, losing to a guy from Luxembourg? Almost impossible, I think. Well, I could work that out. It will be an easy one for Floyd Mayweather. He just has to imagine a CNN sticker on Conor McGregor's forehead. Cool. Let me know if you like that joke. I think it's rather clever. I'm going to put a smiley face on it. Excuse me. I had some corn for breakfast. Senator Charles Schumer calls for a ban on snortable chocolate. Did Amy give him a tip on this? Amy Schumer, was his niece. Did she show up at a family gathering with chocolate powder on her nostrils and cheeks? And he probably asked, you have chocolate on your nostrils. And she would tell him. She's very open about that kind of thing. But it really only draws attention to snorting chocolate. The kind of attention. Where do I get some attention? Anybody know? Well, that's all the news. That isn't. Okay, thank you. You can start calling now if you want. Because I don't know if this phone is going to work. That's when I had the, it's not a problem when things go wrong. It's a problem when things don't go right. There's really two different things. And I certainly don't care much about technical things, except, well, anyhow, we'll have, you can see the number on the screen there. If you wait long enough, I sped it up, but then it makes it kind of dizzy if it goes too fast. So it's, I'll tell you in person here, a humanoid speaking. It's 608-256-3029 or 608-CLOD-0X. Brought to you from a house of a guy's own, call me maybe not, thanks to the Brodsky boys, their Novo Coffee in Denver. It's the real Denver Wowie. Okay, so that's the number to call, and you get to play the quiz here. We have gone to the best of 3 fur. We've gone from the 1 fur because everybody was winning, and the Brodsky boys. Herb was a little upset that we kept sending out all this coffee, and all I had to do is answer 1 question, right? And if they didn't get it right, I would give them me. So we're sending out a lot of coffee. So now it's the best of 3 fur on the What Do You Know quiz. And that's, reminds me I need to put a question down here. Oh, I think I threw it away. All right, well, we'll make up something. Where is the quiz box is right here. So you want to call that number 608-256-0029. And we can play that quiz, or I can go through that monologue again and try and say everything right. All right. Are you then doing pretty good? Yeah, my daughter Ellie's starting to move out of the house, and she's only 26. So I'm a little flummoxed. Who am I going to talk to? It just leaves her mother. Okay, but I'll be all right. I'll be fine, and I got some of that great Novo coffee here in my WKOW cup, in case they want to ever have me on again. Still doing great things. You can see behind me the map. This is the map behind me. See all those dots on the world there? Mostly in the northern hemisphere? That's where at least one person has listened to the What Do You Know podcast. I'm trying to think what we call what is that media again? It's not a natural thing to be a podcast. What Do You Know podcast? Anyhow, that's you see all these countries. I don't know if I could go up there and sort of do a tour of it. I think I probably can. No, this cord doesn't reach far enough. Well, if I had a pointer, I could use the flamingo probably as a pointer. Yes. All right. Now here's Madison is the arrow, as you can see it there. Madison, and then you see we're pretty good with the United States of America, as we used to call it. And what fell off there? Something fell off there. Anyway, and Alaska, Canada, one guy in Canada. I would think I'd have a bigger following in Canada, but there's such a division. Because I'm not Canadian content, but I am, because my dad was Canadian. So I am son of Canadian content. So if you are in Canada, okay, the phone is ringing. We'll get back to this map. I just want to point out that so far we only have one person in Peru, in South America, listening. Let me see if I can answer that before it goes away. And hi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely fine.
Well, then what did I just say?
You said, "Can you hear me?"
Okay.
I said, "I'm here," and you said you were there, and we're all here.
Okay. Then we don't have to do that again. I guess we got that pretty good there.
Yes.
And I hope
you must be on a delay because I'm seeing that.
Yeah.
I'm just turning down the sound so I
turn down the sound so you don't go crazy. Okay. Did you turn it down?
Michael, you know who this is?
No. Who is this?
It's Gail from England, from Yorkshire.
Gail from Yorkshire.
Yeah, well, from California, but.
Well, which is it,
Yorkshire.
Gail? Which is it?
Yorkshire. I'm in Yorkshire.
No, but which are you?
England.
I mean, which are you? You know what I mean? Are you Cornish or what? Are you?
Yeah. No.
Are you a Cornifornian? You're a Cornifornian, the way I figure
They
it.
started a separatist movement.
They did. The Cornish
They
did.
want to be totally separate from the rest of England.
They do.
They're crazy. I'm not Cornish.
You're not Cornish. Well, what are you then?
No, I'm not even. Well, I'm Yorkshire, adopted Yorkshire, but.
Like a terrier?
I
No,
still
that's
think
not
I'm a
right.
Foreigner.
What? So you're not even English, is what you're saying?
Well, I am English. I took my oath to the Queen. I'm drinking a cup of tea.
But you don't sound like you're English. I mean, you don't
No,
have.
I don't. No.
What is that accent?
Well, I'm from California.
Uh-huh.
Didn't we cover this already?
I know, but where? No one in California talks like that. That's not even a California.
Oh, Southern California.
You do? How far?
Family's all from the Bay Area.
Bay Area?
Berkeley and all that.
So and then where did the English thing come in?
I just moved over here with my family.
Oh.
Have some things to take care of. So.
Yeah. And now you
I'm
run
here.
you run
I've been here
a
20 years now. Well, next January
Yeah.
it'll be 20 years.
what a success story, because you run a cathedral, don't you?
I don't run the cathedral. There's 26 services a week. at the cathedral.
And that we were speaking about the Ripon Cathedral?
Yeah, Ripon Cathedral.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a minster, meaning that we have a seat for the bishop. We have a bishop.
Well, you're going to
of
make him
Ripon,
stand. You don't make a bishop
Bishop of
stand.
Ripon
That's
and Leeds.
ridiculous.
And we have, 26 services a week, and I'm one of a team of vergers who looks after.
Really? Do you have to be a verger to have that job? Anyway, seriously though, and this is Greek Orthodox, right? Is that what we're speaking about?
Yeah, I'm a verger. That means that V-E-R-G-E-R.
Yeah.
And that means that I get to dress up in fancy clothes.
That's cool.
And carry a big metal stick.
But you know, I actually saw some of your things that you conveyed. It looks like a fun kind of cathedral. You don't usually think of it.
Great.
Yeah, you do like dancing, like mass.
People have been there for 1,400 years.
Yeah.
Wilfrid.
Boy, they must be tired by now.
Crypt in 672 A.D.
Yeah.
So you don't get much older than that.
Well, who was he? Fripp, did you say?
He was a northern guy who brought Christianity to the north of England.
In what year was that?
672.
Yeah, and he's been there ever since at Ripon.
Oh yeah, he's still walking around Ripon. Yeah.
Well, is he buried? They must be in the floor there somewhere, right?
Well, no, he isn't.
No.
That's one of those stories. People are always wondering, where are his remains?
Where are his
Nobody
remains?
knows.
His family, I'm sure, is wondering all these years.
Yeah. This is his place though, and there was Fountains Abbey close by. There still is an abbey there.
Yeah.
And we had the original Lord Grantham, Downton Abbey.
Oh no, I don't watch that, but now I will. So is it actually Downton Abbey in disguise?
Well, there's a Newby Hall is nearby,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where the real Lord Grantham lived. We have the Grantham Arms.
Oh.
In a nearby village.
Yeah. That sounds like something John Cleese would do.
Lots of history here.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Too much, I think. Don't you think there's too much history in England? That's the problem, I think.
No, it's great. I love it.
Yeah. We're still making history. But it's not going so well.
The story about Trump Jr.
Trump Jr., yeah, he's one.
Just making history. That'll be in the history books. They say history is written by the winners. Well.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, when Junior was born, Donald Trump did not bother with the usual gene testing because this obviously was his kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So just to clarify this once again now, what does a verger have to do? Is it a good job? Does it pay? What?
Oh yeah, it's a paid job.
Yeah.
I had to interview for it.
Yeah.
It's not great money,
No.
But it's enough.
A few pence?
Some of my bills. I also do teaching.
You do?
Like you. You taught for a while, didn't you?
Yes, but I gave it up.
Yes.
But I never was a verger, I'll tell you that.
I moved over here.
Yeah. How do you walk into a job?
It's called an independent school, a private school.
Within the...
Actually, the choir school where we educated the choristers.
Oh, I see.
At the cathedral.
Okay.
My eldest son was a chorister. He sang
Chorister.
close to 600 services at the cathedral.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was his favorite thing to sing? Did he ever say?
Oh, yeah, he loved it.
He loved it all, but I mean, was there one hymn in particular? They're hymns, right?
Well, the most amazing thing he ever did was they have something called the Christmas Spectacular every year here at the cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
And it was standing room only, literally.
Yeah.
People were standing all over the place.
Literally, they were standing, yeah.
Full orchestra, big, huge choir.
Mm-hmm.
And he went up in front of everybody, all by himself, and sang the opening of Once in Royal David City.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
That was phenomenal. All a cappella, no microphone.
Yeah.
Just stood up there. And
I can do that too, though. Look at
the cathedral with his voice.
He's not the only one who can do a cappella.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, that sounds amazing. He must be very proud, and you should be.
He was really brave.
It's a very cool looking place. Did you want to play the Whad'ya Know quiz?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll try. And you don't have to worry about me winning anything and shipping anything to England. I don't need anything.
How come you don't sound the least bit English after being there for 20 years?
I know.
What, you're not even trying.
It's a lot of fun.
You're not even trying.
People always say, but you haven't lost your accent.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you can take the girl out of California, but you can't take the California out of the girl.
Or whatever that saying is. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to this is a best of 3-fer now on the quiz because we're getting too many winners. So you got to you'll have 3 chances. What? You don't want to be a winner?
I just want to have fun with this and hopefully get something right.
Yes, maybe get another job after this verger gig.
Anything about Merriweather? Who was that person you were talking about?
I don't know. It was so in the past. All right, here are the categories. We have current events, people, places, things should have learned in school, science, or odds and ends. And once again, it's the best of 3-fer, so you get 3 chances to get 2 right.
Okay.
And if you do, then you win.
Michael. Let's see, things I should have
May I call you, Gail?
We'll try that one.
May I call you, Gail?
Yes, go for it.
Okay. All right, Gail, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
School, things I should have learned in school.
Okay, well, this is good. Look at Dickinsonia. Dickinsonia is something here.
Okay.
There's something called Dickinsonia. Is it A, those who...
Dickinsonian, I think is, yeah, but anyway. Okay,
no, it's a disease or a condition called Dickinsonia.
Yeah, Victorian England. Got it.
Will you let me... I know you're the verger, but this ain't ripping.
I'm sorry.
This ain't ripping, baby. Here, Dickinsonia.
Wisconsin, too, huh?
And it's Wisconsin. We don't believe in California or England. All right. Dickinsonia. Is it A, those who collect anything by Dickens? B, the world's oldest fossil animal? Or C, a psychological state of thinking you are Charles Dickens?
It's got to be A. C is very funny, but...
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, Gail. It's B, the world's oldest fossil animals are called Dickinsonia.
No way.
Yes. They're 550 million years old, and they look like bath mats.
I think I'm not a young Earth creationist.
They look like floating bath mats. They're the simplest, oldest, and they left fossils somehow. I don't know how a bath mat would leave a fossil, but so I'm sorry, that would be one wrong.
Oh, no.
Okay, put the wrong here. I never had to do a wrong and right column for this. Is cool.
Oh, well.
All right, what would you like to try now? That you bombed out
science.
on that.
Let's try science.
Are you sure that was almost like science there? Okay, here we go.
It was, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll go for science. As
Okay.
long as it's not physics. I'm okay with biology.
You don't get a choice, Gail. So just here's the question.
It could be chemistry even. Egad.
Yeah, you get no choice.
Okay, well, go for it.
Now you do sound Californian. You know, this is.
Would be good.
I don't know. You talk to a verger of Ripon Cathedral, and she sounds like a Californian, valley girl. All right, here. Do naked mole rats turn into plants when oxygen is low? Turn into plants.
Naked mole rats turn into what?
Plants.
Plants when oxygen
is low. In other words, I think what the writer is trying to say is that obviously they don't turn into plants, but their metabolism, does it change to more of a plant-based metabolism? In other words, do they make some of their own?
Yeah, wow, that's incredible. Science is crazy, isn't it? Nature is
crazy.
crazy.
So yes or no?
Say yes.
Yes, you're right. The naked mole plants, they call them at that point. They are able to. Gail, can you just give me a chance here? Come on.
That's really
Stop
cool.
being the verger on me.
I do sound like a valley girl, I know.
Naked mole plants. At this point, when oxygen is low in their environment, they can metabolize fructose.
Wow.
Or however you say it, like plants do in their brain cells. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. They're so cool, naked mole rats. I almost wish I were one. Except for they don't look so good. But not so different. Okay, so that would be one right. Did you say something about Jews? Don't do it. Don't go there. Well, one wrong. All right. So this is a deciding question, and Gail, what would you like?
Oh, what's left?
You heard what you asked for. We got. Did you do people? No. Current events, people, places, odds and ends.
Okay, let's try places. Let's go for some geography.
Okay, if you're looking for well-being, should you look in Naples, Florida, or Fort Smith, Arkansas?
Oy vey.
They're. Jesus, that was almost good.
Doesn't Arkansas like one of the most impoverished states in America?
I'm not here to educate you, Gail.
I'm guessing Naples, Florida.
Naples, Florida is right. Yes, congratulations. You have won the Whad'ya Know Quiz with a deafening bell. You must hear a lot of deafening bells there at Ripon Cathedral. They got a nice set of bells there?
Oh, yeah, they're awesome. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
What a great group of ringers, too.
Quite a few ringers there at the church, huh?
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Are those,
really, really good.
Are those people who are paid to come to church, or you call them ringers?
Yeah, they're bell ringers.
They just fill out the crowd.
Professional thing to do. They're quite skilled.
Well, you know, right here in Madison, we have Lyle Anderson, my cohort, who answers the phones on my regular show, is the carillonneur here in Madison. We have a beautiful carillon tower. We're talking those kinds of bells, right? The big deal bells.
Oh, yeah, they're huge, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I'll put some photos up of the bell tower and some of the bells for you.
That would be fabulous, and I'll send those right off to Lyle. And Gail, thank you so much. Would you send me an email at whadyaknow2@gmail.com with a mailing address for you, and we're going to send you some of this great Novo coffee from the Brodsky brothers in Denver.
Gee, that's really kind. You don't need to do that, but that's really kind.
Okay, I don't need to do it, but they'll do it. And
okay.
so,
what do you know?
Yeah, Whad'ya Know two, two,
as in the number two.
As in the number two, at gmail.com, and give me that, and then I'll.
Gmail.com.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, Michael.
Thanks, Gail. Nice talking to you. Finally, I know we've sort of gone back and forth on the internets, on Twitter and all that.
It's really good to speak with you.
Yeah, same here. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Boy, that almost worked perfectly. That was Gail, and she's another lucky winner here. And what are we featuring today in the Herb Brodsky and Boys coffee? What time we got here? Oh, we're still doing good. San Sebastian, which comes from Huila, Colombia. The producer is the Osa Cafe Growers Association. It's washed. The nuances, I always like the nuances the best on Cafe Novo. Nuances include medium body, molasses, dried cherry, walnut, and malt. Oh, that sounds quite delicious. In fact, I'm going to fix something with all that in it when I get home. When I leave the house of a guy's home to the family of somebody else's. Medium body, molasses, dried cherry, walnut, and malt. Okay. That's from South America, of course. So you'll be getting some of that, Gail, or something similar. I can't guarantee you. I'd just like to feature a different coffee all the time. Well, we do have a little time here now. Someone else here was thinking, boy, I sure wish that was me there, who was a verger at Ripon Cathedral. It's really cool, by the way. Some of the pictures online there. They have like the world's oldest door. It looks like it anyway. It's a huge door. And I don't know how you open a door like that even at the cathedral. It's gorgeous. And it's a very nice looking. I didn't get a sense of the whole thing, but they have these columns everywhere. And they have people dancing on there, but you got to watch out. You don't hit a column because they have like folk dancing and so forth. So it's very nice. Thank you, Gail. And we'll get that to you. We got the number here is 608-256-3029 or 608-CLOD-0-AX. You don't have to call from England to get through, I don't think. But you can call from where you are. Maybe you're on the loading dock, just finishing up whatever it was. Your maybe you eat a ham and cheese sandwich every day, like our beloved Governor Walker, who likes to Instagram his cheese sandwiches, ham and cheese sandwiches, and the beloved brown bag. Okay. I think I was pointing things out here. We'll just wait for that phone to ring. That was cool. That kind of worked because I had to put a microphone on the phone thing because I had this other phone set up with a wireless, and it was going to heck. And right before I got it under the wire, I might have been a little late. I remiked it, and it's passable. I should turn it off now because I'm probably getting a big Yeah, I'll put that down now, because then you don't have to hear me doing it. There, see. If you call at 608-256-3029, then I will answer it. I was saying that we have a good showing here in North America. Yeah, only one person in Peru, and I was hoping, Nora is down there, is in Santiago. She'll be going to Uruguay next, and Argentina, and then up to Brazil and so forth. And I was really hoping we get some more listenership as a result of her trip. I'm counting on her, but we haven't seen it in the figures yet, and the stats. I check those stats every day. And mostly in the UK, actually, is our biggest group outside the U.S. We're very big in the U.S. of A. And we have a following. We have a bunch of vergers verging on us in the UK. And in Europe, there you see we're all over Europe there. We got someone in Kazakhstan. I'm pretty proud of that. And the UAE, one person in the UAE, that's cool. And one in Egypt, that's cool. Well, that fell out. I was putting, I don't know what happened to that one. I'm a little worried about Africa, and we need help in Africa. So I wish that if you know people in Kenya or Nigeria or anywhere, South Africa, I think we have one person in South Africa. So, okay, I like this. We have work to do in the Southern Hemisphere, I'd say, if we were to generalize about the podcast, the reach of the podcast. Australia, New Zealand, one. We got some in Asia here. We got Singapore, and we got Hong Kong, and we got, what is that there? Looks like one in Thailand, one in the Philippines, and maybe one or two in Japan. We actually might have had a few in Japan. I'm pretty excited about that. So, very important to let people around the world know about the Whad'ya Know podcast, which is available, by the way, on iTunes, and also you can find us on SoundCloud. That includes, of course, the Whad'ya Know podcast show. Call Me Maybe Not ends up on there or somewhere. I don't know. It's all content. It doesn't matter. We're in the content business now, like K-pop. I think podcasting is like K-pop. Just stuffing the content tubes. And I'm doing my bit, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I don't know if we're going to get another call here. Now it seems to me we're running a little late, actually. So I'm going to leave it at Gail, which is a good place to leave it, I think. Thank you, Gail, very much for calling in. And remember, we'll be back on Thursday, this coming Thursday. I was going to scratch my ear. It's so hard when you wear earphones to scratch your ear. Yes, on Thursday, same time, which is 12 noon CDT, which I think in Greenwich is 6 hours later if we can get all our UK vergers calling in. So figure we're 6 hours from noon is when we start there. I think they're on daylight savings time too, but you never know with them vergers. And okay, it's been great. Thank you for listening, watching, whatever you're doing, and thank you for not calling in overly, so I was just inundated. And I'll talk to you again on Thursday. And we should have the going out music. Wait a second. I'll just take a second here. I hate to miss an opportunity.
Hey, I just met you.
To play this.
And this is crazy.
Okay.
But here's my number. So call me maybe.